Hello, this is a close game between 8 players on IGS where black missed some opportunities to kill early on. So let's see what could have been done better. So far very normal start by black. And this R3 is the first questionable move of the game. It seems a little bit over concentrated. Maybe white wanted to play Q3 and he misclicked. This is quite often seen nowadays. Or he just wanted to secure the corner in a very solid way. Now black extends L4, but in this case it's safer to play just a 2-space jump. So like this, white is not going to invade later on. Having this strong formation in the corner, when black extends all the way to L4, white can easily invade N3. He can even do it right away. And then simply connect to the corner. This would be a very territorial way of playing for white. So white took the G3 point instead of the invasion, which is also playable. Actually, white can approach all the way to J3, and this will prepare the invasion. Therefore, black should add another move. And in this case, black spends 2 moves instead of playing 1. So if black would simply play a move like M3, when white approaches K3, black can play away, grab another big point. So white approaches G3. Also for white, it's interesting to play in the top left corner, C15 to prevent a Shimari, and then think about other options. So locally, white can make a base or invade the top right corner, R17, approach the bottom, invade, or split the top side. So this G3 seems a little bit too conservative. Now black decided to attack the right side, but it's not really necessary. It's still bigger to play the top left Shimari or the high one. In the early stages of the game, it's generally good to look all over the board pretty much after each move or each sequence of the game. So R7 is trying to attack this R4, but if white plays away and black simply surrounds the corner, white can still live quite comfortable. So white could ignore right now. Playing K17, it's a bit questionable. So black can still make the Shimari in the top left corner. But instead of playing the Shimari directly, black could approach from the right side, N17 or M17, pushes white towards the corner, because white needs a base, and this way black induces the Shimari in the top left corner. So playing 1 will induce the defense at 3. That's a good combination to remember. So in the actual game, black played the Shimari directly, and this gives white the freedom to extend to the right first, and then extend also to the left. So this way white can take control of on the top side. But white extends towards the corner first, so black still has the option to add a move in the top, which actually happened. But black can also play away. For example, approach C6 and then extend on the left side, either low or high. High can be an option too, so black doesn't end up flat. And then when white approaches the top right, black can defend here high or low. So overall black has stones on 3 sides, and it feels like it's going to develop faster. A bit strange for white to play the Keima. This is an endgame move. The top shape, it's already fine, so white can play a big point like C10, which looks very good in relationship with D4, G3. Also, white can think about an approach, a corner approach in the top right corner, a Kakari. So here black usually will just double up the corner because of the top stone in place. So here white will just make a base, and then black has to do something with his R7. So probably surround these 2 heavy stones. Another option for black when white approaches at R14 is to play a pincer like r12 to make more use of his r7 on the right side. And in this case, white can attach, cross-cut, and fix a base on the right side in this fashion, or simply honey in the corner in center. But then white still needs some eye shape. So going back to the original game, white played a Kema that's just an endgame move, being a move on the second line. But it's true, this kind of move reinforces the top group, but it wasn't really necessary to do it right now. Because if white plays any big point on the board, when black goes f18, white is still fine. So the group in the top doesn't have to worry about life. So black decided to play away. This is a pretty large point, but it leaves some invasion in the Sansan or the attached r16. So if black wants to play on the right side, he should consider r15 to secure the corner, but the left side is more open, so approach c6 and extend back to d9, d10. This would be the most open space to cover. Luckily, black can simply block d18 or push on top, but it's also fine to ignore. So black got q11. Now white decides to invade the top right with a submarine approach, but in this case it's more common to play r16 or r17. Now if white simply invades the corner, black will block r16, then we have this kind of follow-up, which is all forced. So white lives in the corner and black again will play away, because black is pretty strong on the right side. If black feels threatened by the move at p7, p16, can just add another move here, but sometimes black will just tenuki. The wall is strong enough. So this would be a very common joseki with the Sansan invasion. If white plays r16 attach, black has two options to react here. Either honey in the corner to keep the corner and then chase the outside group, because the outside group is pretty much cramped in this case, black having the q11 stone quite close. Another option would be to play the honey on the outside and go for outside thickness and then play away. Now here there's Zaji in the corner. Later on black can use s18 to start a one-step approach go and kill the corner, but for now black can just play for the big points. So it's a bit weird to see white choosing s16 though. And normally here black should either bump r16 or secure the corner in Sansan, because like this s16 is under a lot of pressure, so white needs to come out at r13 and black can still attack quite severe. This way white doesn't have a base, so the group is on the run and black grabs the territory corner and the territory on the right side while attacking the weak white group. Another option would be to double up and then think about the invasion at s14 to remove the base. So when black plays here, white will Kosumi or push in the corner, turn, and then jump out to save the group. So again, black is building while attacking. For black it's very nice to have this double up shape with the extension 3 spaces across. This is an ideal formation, so black can play it in a very effective way while attacking white. Now with this Kosumi, black is going for outside thickness, but the problem is black got the wall and the extension is very close to black's own thickness, and like this it's a bit narrow, and also this influence black is creating, it's facing the stones in the top, so white having a strong formation in the top, it's not bothered by that kind of wall and outside thickness, so this is not so effective for black overall. White invades on the right side, but actually it's not the most important area to focus right now. White should think about a move like c10. That's the most open place to play next. Because on the right side, even if black plays a move like r9 or q9 to secure that area, white can push along, then play kema. So in the end, black is just going to grab 10 extra points. So here, white can go for a nice left side instead. Black plays the attach on top, which is the most natural move. Now here black can think about pulling back. So white has to connect under, and it's quite painful. And then surround the two heavy stones on the right. Like this, white can link under, but black can go up actually. If black simply stands, when white plays the hane, it works for black to block. Then if white is looking for I shape on the right side, he's got a problem both in the corner and the right. So white still needs this kind of move to connect to the top, but now the corner doesn't have enough room for two eyes. So if something like this happens, the corner just dies. This is a dead formation, and if white plays in the corner trying to connect under, playing this kind of ko can backfire, so again white has a problem. Playing like this, white can just hane, and it's impossible for black to block. So black can only nobi or connect. But if black tries a double hane, it doesn't work in this case. So white is connected. Therefore, black plays the nobi, and white should simply link under. Even if black pushes again and connects here, white takes cente, and now white can grab a big point. So in the actual game, white plays with fighting spirit, switching to the bottom side, and black turns. This S6 also shows fighting spirit. So with this move, black is threatening to kill those stones on the right. Therefore, white should go back and protect. But this is also dangerous, because when black pushes and clamps, oops, I mean like this, there's Atari and push along, and now white stones are captured. But in this case, white can push, sacrifice, and get into the moyo. So now white is trying to leave on the right, but actually this move doesn't really work. In fact, white should give up those stones and just continue on the bottom to look for compensation. So playing here, black could kill next by going s11. Now if white pushes, black will block. If white blocks, black can protect like this to make an extra point. And luckily, white has only one eye. So with this move, white can set up a ko, hane. Oh, actually with this move, white is alive unconditionally because he's threatening to connect under. The ko would be like this. But going down, it's fine. If black wants to kill, hitting the vital point, white can link under, and if black blocks, white should just make eyes with s9. So this group is alive. But white messed up. White play s10, so black has another chance to kill this group. Well, playing honey in the corner, it's center, but if black wants to kill the group on the right side, the life and death situation goes like this. T9 first, which is a key point, then white is trying to create two eyes, and black simply descends. Now if white wants to make a second eye by playing T7, this is a self-Atari, so the group dies, and if white captures, black will just Atari and falls the potential second eye, so the group is dead again. Therefore, white missed the chance to leave unconditionally with s9. So here we had black first, missing an opportunity to kill by s11. Then white could leave unconditionally and messed up again with this s10 move instead of s9, so black can kill once again. Atari and connect, this is all center, very good. So if white plays away, protects the group on the right side, black will just hane and kill the corner. Therefore, white has to go down, and black plays away. Now for black, it's also interesting to play a hane in the lower area, and well, black can still go for the kill, but let's suppose black doesn't see the kill, so we'll just connect the stones on the right side. And if white cuts, black can just sacrifice a stone, then play away. Go for big points elsewhere. Now, to expand the moya in the top, it's interesting to play a shoulder hit as a forcing move at h16, and then either continue with k16 or kma l16. But k16 would be better in this case, so when white plays the wedge, atari, and pull back. And this way, black is going to build more in the center later on. Interesting for white to play this move. Maybe white is looking at the cutting point at q7, but for white it's still better to play o3 locally. Also, as a reaction to l16, white can push once, and if black bumps, white will turn, so black is not going to build so much in the top, or simply block k16. Then when black goes no-b, white can play a kma in the top, but that's also an endgame move, so it doesn't necessarily need to be played right now, or just play elsewhere. Big points in the open spaces. So this is a bit strange because the cut is not such a big problem, and black can just fix it with a jump, and this way it allows black extend on the bottom to create a base. So when white no-b, black can play a kosumi like this or connect solid. Then if white cuts, black can expand his liberties a little bit, then kill the group on the right side. This should be like a backup plan for black. So black is alert and defends against the cut. White jumps in the middle to reduce the influence. That's not a bad idea. Black should push once at k16, leaning on the top stones, and then play away. Probably a jump in the center to separate L10 from the bottom stones would be a fine idea, and in the meantime it's also going to help the L4 stones. But anyway, c6 it's a big point. So white is still trying to use the edge of the cut on the right side, then plays separates L4 from the right. But here it's still better to go down to the third line in order to separate L4 from P3. So now L4 is on the jump, on the run. Well, white is probably trying to attack L4 on a large scale, but if black simply jumps N3, then it's not so hard to fix a base on the bottom side. D10 it's a big point, and white invades right away. B13 it's a bit strange. Here black can double up. Once again black is making the ideal shape with two stones and the extension tree across, and white needs to jump out. Then black can simply block D18, so both the corner and the group on the side are safe for black, and white is simply on the run. Playing like this, it looks a bit weird because it's gonna help C12 get stronger and makes D10 weaker. So a move like an attach or a cap would be a little better, or just double up, or simply play Kosumitsuke and jump out to put more pressure on the two stones, and then fix the corner. So white blocks and black pulls back. So black played two moves instead of one here, and actually for black it's more interesting to push along and then secure the left side, make a base while white is still on the run. So white has to go out and black can jump along. This way white simply runs on neutral points, then black can invade the corner. It's a bit strange to play b14 right away. It's like playing b14, white double up at b12, and instead of blocking b10 to keep the group under attack, black simply takes a neutral point at b13, which is unnecessary. So black lost the move in this combination. Now for white it's more interesting to jump all the way to c9 in order to fix a base and take away black's base. So this would be a successful invasion for white. Playing like this it's a bit strange. Black can cover, then attach or simply no b. The group is still on the run. Then attach and crosscut to fix the corner. d8 is no need. The group on the left side is very strong, but those two stones became pretty thin on the left. That's why a move like this is necessary. If white pushes in the corner, black can always block. The cut is not a problem, black has the ladder. The turn is also not a problem, black will go up. If Hane, Nobi, there's enough space to make twice in the corner. So this block could wait. Now white should not worry about the top right now, but play a Kosumi and try to separate the two mark stones on the left side and attack severe. This is a bit slack, so when white plays here, if white goes in the top to capture one stone, black goes f18, it's not such a big deal. White is still safe and will probably double up to put more pressure on the left side. So defend, then white invades black invades the bottom. That's a bit strange because black still needs to protect his groups on the left. So playing here will just make things easier for white. White should cover and let black save his stones on the bottom. Like this, white gets stronger on the left and in the middle, so it's much more easy to continue the attack on the left side. So here white missed an opportunity to get in a better position. Now normally here black has to go up in order to keep g3 separated from the corner. So white will Hane to force a bad shape, then Hane under. But like this, white's g3 is separated from the corner, and there's also a cutting point at d5. So white has to protect either like this or like this. Playing like this, white can connect under, which he did, or white can push first to force a heavy shape and then link under. So black didn't gain much here. All these black stones on the bottom are floating right now. So link, black covers, white can get ahead here, trying to separate. Anyway, white is connected on the second line, so if black tries to cut here, it doesn't work. And playing h3 also threatens l4. So Atari, and black doesn't care. Okay, black is looking for a base in the corner. Here white should connect solid and keep the pressure on the groups. Playing this capture, black can simply push, take a stone in the corner, and the group is alive. This kind of jump is no need. It's more interesting to jump at j4 and help the bottom stones. Why should jump between the groups? Simply E can Toby. That's also a bit strange. Normally just Nobi up or Hane. And this kind of move h6 is played if white is going to play Hane g7. So let's say black extends on the left side, then when white Hane is natural to turn to the right and create a cutting point. A better shape would be to go Kosumi. Playing a move like h7, it's a more flexible shape, so white has to not be up. Otherwise, if white plays away, it feels nice for black to turn and create a tiger mouth for I shape. This becomes heavy, so it's probably a good decision for black to play away. it would be too ugly to connect here. So we can see why the turn at a6 wasn't very effective. So white is happy to capture 2 stones, but that's not such a big achievement. Why should still worry about the left side? And jump out while black is also running on neutral points. And here black can connect the bottom. This is a pretty big move, taking away the base for those white stones. Nice idea. Black can play Atari first and then capture with Atari like this. There is no way out for white here. Even if this happens, white will still die faster. Very few liberties. It's better to connect solid, so like this black is going to build an extra point. This move still leaves the Ko-Aji at c10, so white can Hane, threatening to start the Ko. And if black blocks, white has the Atari here. Now black will take the Ko, white plays some Ko threat, Hane, capture back. Then when black plays Atari to save the 2 stones on the left, white takes again. And white makes I shape easier on the left side this way, using the Aji. So white's move was a little bit heavy. At least jump out instead of no B. This move doesn't do much anymore because black is already safe on the left side. So white should think about the Keima here and try to kill everything on the bottom. So black plays a move to separate and attack the E11 stones on the left side. It's still good to push once in the top and then use Ogema to separate. So white has to run out, then Keima, push and cut. So this way black can profit more from the attack. So white jumps, black plays a cap, that's a nice idea. Now it's interesting to play the shoulder hit in the top and then a cap move from this direction in order to keep white separated from the top side but also from the middle. So this is another opportunity for black to go for a big kill. This way white simply connects to the top. One space jump would be better. So back to the original game. In order to keep the bottom safe, black should play a one space jump. Now when white separates, black can just play Keima and make enough eye space on the bottom. This kind of jump, it's like a struggle for neutral points. Well, white needs a move in the middle to keep connected. That would do it too. So finally back to the bottom side. But it's more interesting to start from N3. So if white plays a move to remove the base, black can come out and connect to the center. So this way black keeps more of his bottom stones alive. Dun, 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 dun. White can play M3, pull back, block, and capture the 2 stones. Either like this or Hane and connect. Black has only 3 liberties. So white wins the semi. Black can go out now. Tsuke, Nobi, and it's connected in the center. So this should be alive, but still a little bit dangerous. Good to keep the stones connected in the middle. And now we proceed to the endgame stage. Here black can build more by playing a shoulder hit. and even double hane to enclose the center at maximum. Like this. White can just play Keima, and when black tries to cut, white can connect to the top or to the bottom. So black will be less in this case. White didn't punish well enough. Alright. Well, this kind of move is just a couple of points. Black should hane on the first line in Sente to make sure he's alive on the bottom. Then come back to the right side and kill this group. Or at least play Kosumi. If black doesn't see that he can kill this group, this Kosumi is Sente, so white will defend and then jump in the corner, like a reverse monkey jump. Finally, white is alive on the right side. Black got M1, that's very good. And black should also play in the top, E19, to prevent the Sente move at D19. Okay, that was Sente. White got the Sente in the top left. So this is why the game is so close. Because black kept missing opportunities to kill early on. And later on. This is a 1-point block. Not so big right now in Gote. It's actually bigger to protect here and prevent the ko. If white pushes, black will block and it's okay. Black can accept a 1-point push in center by white. Okay, that's a 2 points move. K2 was nothing. Here black can push first, and if white blocks, then Atari can connect. Black got both. Yeah, that's fine. Hane in center, but the ko, it's no need yet. Should make another point here, and when white feels the ko, black feels the ko. That's the last thing you have to do before saying pass. Now, in order to have more ko threats, it's better to play Atari inside, then take the ko, and then Atari T3 and take the ko again. Playing just Atari T3, it's only one threat. White connects and there is no more threats in this area. Actually, there are no more threats. Excuse my English. But anyway, it doesn't matter who wins the ko. It's still a win for black by 6.5. So well done on this game. Enjoy the review.